Well, the first part of our day has started. Little traffic coming into school, but we weren't late. I was planning on being early. You know, we were up really, really early. What are you doing, weirdo? We were up really, really early the other day, and we were number 5. Hey, in your seat. The car's still moving. Get in your seat right now. Right now. And we were number 5 in lineup to get dropped off. And today I thought that we were going to beat that. We maybe number 105. Just made it before school opened. Now Amy's going to be chewing her nails because we have to leave at 11 a.m. for Ollie to get to baseball practice. And we have a ton of horses to train. We're supposed to be on the track at 8. It is 7:58 right now. 7:59. Right, that's a minute early. 7:58 right now. So Amy's going to be chewing her nails, tapping her foot when I pull in. Obviously, I don't want to dwell too much on what took place last night. Admiral Dio will be leaving immediately Ontario, coming over here. That truck leaves on Tuesday. It looks like there's potentially 5 horses on it. 4 for sure. What do you mean you're bringing? Oh, you're not bringing it to school. Oh, okay. Yes, honey. Hey, Oliver, help your sister. This is your ball bag. Help your sister get out. Take your ball bag out, honey. Take it out and let her get out and then throw it back in. Don't get angry at her. Bugger. Hey, hurry up. Okay. Well, hey. Let me tell you one thing. We'll see how Never Lose Felix race this time. Listen, if you can't do in the non-wars at 2 at Mohawk, you can be sure he can do in the non-wars at 2 at the Meadows. The only difference is he is PA bred, so he will be getting in at the Meadows. So there's no real downside. He'll either do well in the non-wars at 2 tonight at Mohawk, or we'll simply switch him over to the Meadows. Admiral Dio, I don't know what the walking on the end of it was. Sometimes when you put horses on Lasix the first time, I don't know, he could have cramped up a little bit. Not sure. But we'll get to the bottom of it. I asked him to pull blood for his papers and then in turn pull blood to get checked this morning. So we'll get to the bottom of that. Either way, 3 poor starts in the non-wars at 2 would make it very difficult for me to put him in a 4th time. So Admiral Dio is out. Mounds for All is coming over also. He just did me a favor. I mean, I think he could pick away and do well in that class, but there's so many classes to race in over here. Why would I worry about it? He fits in onward as a 4 here at Northfield Park. He fits in onward as a 2 if we put him in for a claim here at Northfield Park. Admiral Dio fits the maiden, I think, if we tag him. Yeah, at very least he fits in onward as a 2. He only has 1 win. So, I mean, there's lots of places to race these horses over here. We just got to utilize them properly. Having said that, it would be nice to replace them with Mohawk horses in Mohawk. If there was a full-time place for a horse like Memory and Imagination or Irresistible Sun, I'd entertain it. But there isn't right now. So we are on the lookout for some Mohawk horses. Grand Slam Dio, I fully expect to train her today in 2-5. And when we're done training her, she will head over to Ontario. I know I gave Harry the 411 on her. It's very simple. I don't need her hung up. I don't need anything changed. But she can get a little rambunctious sometimes. So always looking for... and I think she's an untapped wealth of talent. And I guess maybe that's an overstatement. Maybe I'm a little over my skis when I say that. But I think she's a nice filly with a lot of upside and has a lot of pop to her, and I think she'll train very, very good this morning in Northfield. The one thing she doesn't need is the hobbles on, I think, at Mohawk, which she does need them here at Northfield Park. So that's that. So yeah, Mounds for All, Admiral Dio, for sure leaving. I know that there's 5. Who else is there? Oh, Dancing by Myself. He can't stay over there. I don't know what he'll do. He's found himself. I really thought that this horse would have a decent mark by now and be pretty effective in the non-wars of 1 and 2 at Mohawk. Instead, he's been invisible and frustrating. So he's found himself in a place where he's going to have to come forward or he won't be staying either. You know, this is a very... We're starting to... It's almost like we got to the top of the roller coaster when everybody started to qualify, and now we have to figure out who's staying and who's not. And Trevino on Green, International Man, they were both sold this week. Dancing by Myself is definitely going to find himself in that group also. If he doesn't come forward. We just have a lot of horses, and listen, I don't think there's anybody out there that can say we haven't put the time in, we haven't tried our butts off, and we haven't tried to get these horses positioned in a way to be effective and advance, because we have. So some horses heading this way, the one heading that way right now will be Grand Slam Dio, and as I said, hopefully we can send some horses to Harry and Dominic over the next month or so that can fill up those stalls of horses leaving. We have some horses racing tonight. I'm eager to watch Foxy Seaside. I was eager last week and still am today. Spitfire Overseas, really interested in him. I'll be watching Never Lose Felix very, very closely. And then Chevron's Bypass, there's no need of talking about moving her. The only place we'd move her is into a claimer, I suppose, and that could be anywhere. She gets over half okay. She could race at London. She could race at where else did it was Flamborough? London, Flamborough. I don't want to go there, but I do want to see her get to the winner's circle. We'll see how she races tonight with James, but the 10-hole with a horse like her, because she's just a horse. So the 10-hole with a horse like her is not ideal. We all know what we're going to get. James is going to duck the horse to 10th or 9th and hopefully pass some horses on the end of it. Blue Ventura, 8-hole in an 8-horse field. It's always frustrating, you know, put all that work in, all that time in, and then you get to the races and it's all derailed by 2 outside posts. You know, you start your sophomore career for sophomore season from the 10-hole in a 10-horse field, from the 8-hole in an 8-horse field. It makes for a very difficult way to put a foundation on a 3-year-old starting out. So we'll see how that plays out. Also, I don't think there's any need to talk about moving Blue Ventura yet. The only place we have to move him is south of the outside post. You know, it'd be nice to get 2 or 3, get him away 3rd or 4th and let him hunt a little bit. That's where he does his best work. Leaving 10 and getting away 10th, not so much. So we'll see how he plays out tonight. Neptune tomorrow, and we'll see Neptune also in action. Somebody said, well, where's James? He'll be the same place I am. He'll be accepting an award. I'll be watching him do it. So the O'Brien Awards are Saturday night. Should be a lot of fun for our family, especially. My parents are coming up. Obviously, Curtis will be there. I don't know if Lloyd's coming up or not, but should be a lot of fun for the McDonald family. Our only race on Sunday, because it's Super Bowl Sunday, Northfield is not racing, and they opted to race in the afternoon, 12 o'clock post for Miami Valley. And our only entry there will be Greatest Ending. It looks like he's in a good spot. It's really hard to believe how much money they race for in Miami Valley. I said to somebody the other day, I think there's 3, if not 4 classes, factoring in the exchange rate, that race for more money than the open pace at Trot at Mohawk. 4 classes, I believe, that race for more money than the open pace or open trot. Drebin, now James said he was flat the other day. They did scope him. He did have mucus. I don't know if Dominic had his blood taken or not, but we'll see how he races on Monday. Yeah, he might be getting a little flat. I looked, 30 starts in 2024. 30. Might be getting a little flat. And then, of course, JK Victory's racing here on Monday. Very eager to see him. And Trosa, who I'm not optimistic about his finish on Monday, but we are going to change his equipment around a little bit. There's another horse that will absolutely crush them at Northfield when he gets here, or the Meadows. There's just it never dawned on me that this horse wouldn't be able to race in the straight nominers of 2 at Mohawk, but nevertheless, here we are. Now, this morning we have some qualifiers also. 5 horses qualifying this morning. I see they're not on the, my apologies again, they're not on the calendar. I was hoping we could get the qualifiers on the calendar. I asked Kelly and Curtis to look into that, but they haven't really got to the bottom of it yet. Let's see if I can figure it out. I doubt I can. 5, Bluebird Tuxedo Hill, Arson, Country Dancing, Oh Hill No, and High High Hopes. I got all 5. Didn't think I'd be able to do that. They're all qualifying this morning, so we'll see how they go. A lot of anticipation following some of these horses. My personal horse to watch, obviously, Arson's a killer. We love him. We know that. Country Dancing, I want to get some true feedback from James. He said she schooled good the other day. And also, High High Hopes, Bluebird Tuxedo Hill. But for me, Oh Hill No. I love this filly. I can't wait to see what they say about her. So I'm at the barn now. I got to get going. I'm a couple of minutes late. We got to get on the track. I will talk to you all very soon. A couple more videos today, so we get it out of the way on Friday. The whole way home, Amy and I will be talking a lot about a lot of the horses, but for now, and especially the ones that are about to train. But for right now, I got to get to work. Take care. Have a wonderful Friday.